Yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Heart of the City, where we give you and cover all New York City area sports. I am your host, NYG22, aka Unpopular Opinion Sports. And appreciate everyone for coming through, man, stopping in to chop it up with us, man. We got a lot to talk about. Of course, New York Giants, New York Jets were in action. Shout out to the big Blue Krew. We were out there in the rain, in the trenches, you know, repping, giving it up, man, for Big Blue, for the crew, barbecuing, man, having a good time, having fun, sharing laughs, lots of good memories. Appreciate everyone that was able to come out and show love, man. It was a wonderful time, and hopefully we have many more of these opportunities, in the future. But we're gonna get into all that, man. We're gonna talk about things, hopefully we can get some of the fellas to come in and chop it up with us. We got to talk about New York Giants, of course, taking an L in that game against the Jets. Shout out to the Jets. They did what they needed to do to win the game, but the Giants, man, of course, very, very disappointing if you're a Giants fan. We got to talk about this NFL trade deadline. Lots of moves being made, moves within the NFC East division with the Washington Commanders, and of course the Giants making moves themselves. Big names on the move. Leonard Williams, of course, and a big name coming back for the New York Giants, and that is Daniel Jones. So we're gonna get into that, of course. Always gonna get into the NBA. We gotta talk about James Harden. Finally getting traded to the Clippers. Of course, Knicks and Nets both getting a season under the way. Some ups and downs so far, but it's still very early. Knicks, of course, in action tonight against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, got a score of 58-52 at the half. So we'll be keeping an eye on that game. We'll be talking about that. And of course, NHL, MLB, all action going on. I mean, this is a wonderful time in sports, man, and I'm just glad to be here, man, to be able to share with my brothers and sisters, man, in this community. Next Shift Randy, what's good with you, Next Shift? Appreciate you coming through, bro. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. Coach is away right now, but hopefully he'll be able to join a little bit later. But I'm gonna drop the link, man. I want somebody to come up here and chop it up with me. It's been a long weekend, man, but a fun weekend. As you could probably tell, I'm still a little not rested. Let's say that, but we're gonna get it in tonight. Levance, what's good? Much love and respect to everyone, yo. Appreciate you coming through, Levance. Of course, my bro, Wells, man. Wells. That's my dude, man. He came through. He held it down for us, man, for the big Blue Krew. This weekend, him and his wonderful wife, they were, the most gracious hosts to all of us. So definitely shout out to Wells, man. You already know what it is. I ain't gonna say too much, but Wells is my dude, man. For real, my bro. Leaf Diggy, what's good with you? What's good, Leaf? Levan says bacon, sausage, egg, toast, and home fries for supper tonight, man. I like that breakfast for dinner idea. I really do. Levance. Moderator, yeah, man. You're a moderator, man. For real, man. Hit the link. Come up, chop it up with me. Raphael, what's good with you, Rafi? What's good? Salute. Appreciate you coming through, Rafi. Was able to Listen to Rafi's stream the other day when his Raiders took that L. Sorry, Rafi. But that was hilarious. Tudo, what's good? Master Solution respects NYG22, Wells, Levance, and all diehard Giants fans in the building. And please, F all Eagles losers. Please, what's good, bro?
Oh shit, bro. What's good? You made me a moderator, nigga. Damn. Shit.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
it. Appreciate. I ain't even
You
see it.
are.
Nah, cause I think the last episode I was on, y'all, that was the night before y'all played. That was the night y'all played Buffalo. That was the day y'all played Buffalo.
Yeah.
And y'all
And you
almost
said
won
we
that
ain't have
game,
a
bro.
yeah, you said we ain't have a chance. And I
I
told you
did.
we
I did
did.
say y'all ain't have a chance in hell, but Josh Allen, of course, proved me wrong again.
Right.
I didn't take a look at the too many of the Sunday games. My Packers, I probably maybe watched football for like 3 minutes. The Packers was playing the Vikings. I watched this for 3 minutes, turned that shit off, went outside. Wanted to get into NBA season. It was just starting. Obviously, Cam Thomas. I know you seeing it. I know you done heard about it.
Oh, of course.
30 for
Of
30
course.
for 30. Man, it's looking like a documentary out here. Listen, look, I tell you this. We got a lot of strides to make in terms of what we doing cohesively as a team. But the way we were able to put ourselves in situations to stay afloat against the Cavs, who had Donovan Mitchell, and the other night against Dallas,
So
and the Dallas team.
hold up, Leaf, real quick. Before we get into that, let me do something real quick because I got a lot to cover. Because we got to cover this in NFL. We got to cover the NBA, of course. We got to cover the Knicks. They in action tonight. The Nets. So I'm gonna let you get your spill on the Nets. But let me do something real quick. Let's take care of a little business, man, because this is Heart of the City. We gotta go around the city real quick, man. So I'm gonna do this, man. We're gonna go around the city, man. We're gonna try to get into the news of the New York City scene.
I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Said I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Yeah, I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Yeah, I want the power, the love and respect first.
All right.
That's the first time I seen the intro, man. That shit's tight.
Yeah. That's my around the city intro.
Cool.
We're gonna do a little around the city, get a little background music going on.
Nice, man. I'm about to park the car and everything, man. I'm just chill out for a minute, but yeah. But
kick back, hang tight. So the Knicks, man. Knicks versus Cavs right now is 58-52. Quick update. Julius Randle 12 points, Jalen Brunson 11, RJ Barrett 15. Looking for the Cavs, man. Strus 1 for 5, which of course he would go 1 for 5 against the Knicks, but Evan Mobley 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 points. So Knicks in action. Of course, Brooklyn Nets will be in action tomorrow, coming off a good win that they had against the Charlotte Hornets, of course. Like my man Leaf mentioned earlier, Cam Thomas going off, showing that he's a true up-and-coming player. But Nets back in action tomorrow, and we'll get into that, man, here pretty soon. But I want to get into the New York Giants. Of course, trades on deck. You got Leonard Williams being traded to the Seattle Seahawks. And, of course, the Commanders, man. Not the Giants, but the Commanders. Of course, this is Giants related. Moving on from Chase Young and Montez Sweat, 2 potential free agent targets for the Giants this upcoming season. So we're going to get into the NFL trade deadline. New York Yankees rumored to be in the mix for Juan Soto. Of course, the big left-handed bat, being a free agent. So we're going to get into that, of course. Around the city, Jets. Are the Jets playoff contenders? Of course, coming off the win against the Giants. Zach Wilson, not doing too much, but keeping the Jets playoff hopes alive by not, I guess, screwing up the game. Mets, man, the New York Mets. Will the Mets be in the hunt for, I think it is Yamamoto, Japanese pitcher. So, of course, they got Kodai Senga. Will they go after another one, man? Building a all-Japan team over there in New York Mets land. We're going to get into the Yankees. The Rangers, of course, Islanders, and the Devils. I'm going to pull up some scores right now, but I just really want to get into this weekend and this football game and this team called the New York Giants that we all, or some of us, spend a lot of our time talking about. My camera is not available right now. Of course, like I said, I just got off the road. It's kind of a rush show, so excuse my I guess unpreparedness, but I'm gonna get into the chat and we're gonna get into these football trades and the whole heart of the city. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, Levance is making everyone hungry. Pause. All right. And I appreciate my man Leaf coming through and joining the podcast with me tonight. Link is in the chat if anyone wants to come up, chop it up with me. But we're gonna stay on. Let's just try to stay a little bit on schedule. I know we this is Heart of the City and we tend to bounce around, pause. But we're gonna stay a little bit on schedule and try to at least get through show all the teams in the city a little bit of love. But I have to start with the Giants because that's where I spent most of my time at this weekend. And, of course, the New York Giants losing to the Jets. In a game that was controlled by the defense. Both defenses. Jets defense too. Jets defense played well. But they didn't have to do much because the Giants' game plan coming into this game was to hand it off to Saquon Barkley. That was the plan for the New York Giants. We're just going run with Saquon Barkley. And that plan almost worked. Believe it or not. It almost worked until the kicker decided it was his turn to blow the game, pause, for the New York Giants. They've been taking turns. It's been the defense. Not recently, but, early in the season, particularly in that Dallas game. It was the offense and the offensive line in a lot of these games. Special teams, they had their share of the blame. And of course, the coaching staff. This game, Graham Gano decided he was going to take his turn and lay an egg, missing a chip shot field goal. And of course, questions surrounding Saquon Barkley not getting a football on 4th down with time running down, and you have a chance to put away the Jets. But a lose is a lose, or a loss is a loss, I should say. Now, when I told people that the Giants were mailing it in, they were tanking, I got a lot of heat for that. But when I get back, and I'm driving, and I get news, Daniel Jones had been cleared to play before the game. So, and I was told by a lot of people, a lot of football fanatics, that if you're cleared to play and you're ready to go, the coach should put you out there. Especially if you're a franchise quarterback who just signed a lucrative contract for this New York Giants team. Fellas, ladies, more evidence that the Giants are tanking this season. Today comes out the news. Or was it yesterday? Whatever. Leonard Williams traded for a 2nd and a 5th round pick to the Seattle Seahawks. A team you were supposed to be fighting for a playoff spot with. So, when I say this team is tanking, don't call me crazy. Just look at the evidence that is being given to you. So, where do they go from here? Saquon Barkley isn't being traded. Trade deadline is done. No Barkley deal, no Adoree Jackson deal, no Darren Waller deal. Players that a lot of Giants fans were looking to move on for him. So what are we doing here? I thought this season was supposed to be, let's go to the playoffs. Let's build on last season. Now we're looking like we're headed for a top 5 pick in the NFL draft. Just checking on something. But yeah, man. Tough sledding here. Tough sledding, man. Shout out to the Jets, man. Shout out to Jets and Giants fans for being out there in that rain, in that monsoon to watch a 1950 style of football. Record for most punts, I believe, by the Jets and Giants. Jets punter has some type of record. Just a scrub fest. But fans was out there in good spirits cheering a team on. Shout out to the people that came out, man. For real, for real. Wells, of course, you already know, man. Appreciate you. Everything you and your wife did for us. Shout out to Big Pat. Big Pat Sports Talk, man. Made the trip all the way up from Louisiana. Lord have mercy, that's far. To come out there, man, and show love for the crew. Shout out to Lou, man. G Nation Inside Sports, man. Making the trip, man. Holding it down, man. Being the glue for the crew. You know, keeping things together. Being that big bro type figure. Shout out to Mac, the Giants fan. Big Mac, always coming through, man. Mac, most chill, laid back person you'll probably ever meet. Always under control, always laughing, having fun. Big time shout out to E, the Chosen One. Of course, E making the trip down, man. Showing love for the crew, to the crew from the Shakedown Media, Shakedown Network, Twitter Spaces. Shout out to Adam Costas, man. Adam. Somebody that I've had some spats with. Cool dude, man. You meet him in person. That's the thing, man. When you are able to meet people actually in person, you get the real deal. You know, man. It's a cool dude. Appreciate him coming out. And of course, man, the people that didn't make it, you know, all is well. Hopefully you could attend the next event. And I'll be sharing some details on what that event is later on in this show. But let's get back into it, man. Get back into the New York Giants, Jets, Knicks Nets. Let me check on the Knicks score real quick. It is 68-59. Knicks up right now over the Cavs. 5:47 left in the third quarter. So let me do a ticker for this score so we can keep y'all updated. I drove all the way back from Jersey. I've been up. I was up most of all last night because we had a little incident on the way back. But all is well, man. We here, man. Heart of the city. Y'all hit that like button, man. Please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to build this channel. You know, we're trying to do things for the community, free content, knowledgeable content, and unpopular takes and opinions. 69.59. All right. All right, so there's your Knicks score right now. It is not second quarter, though. It is the third. All right, bam, there we go. Lou, there's Lou. What's up, man? What's good with you, bro? Link is in the chat. You want to come through? G Nation, man. Lou, man. That dude is a trooper. I'm telling you. Let's get into this Leonard Williams trade. All right. Giants trade Leonard Williams, second in the 5th round. What does that mean? Well, what does that do for the defense? It's going to hurt your run game. It is. It's going to hurt your run defense. Leonard Williams, I hated to see him go, but getting a second and a 5th round pick for a guy that's 29 years old, you know, pretty much, yeah, I'm not going to say on a downside of his career, but he's definitely peaked. Let's put it like that. And Leo was traded for a 3rd and a 5th. So you get back a 2nd and a 5th, and you only gave up a 3rd and a 5th to get him. So Giants stacking picks, possibly to move up in the draft, possibly to go and get a quarterback, maybe. Will they get a quarterback? I don't know. Will they even trade? I don't know. It's all speculation right now. But what I do know is they need some talent on this team. So who's going to step in Leo's place? You could put Ashawn Robinson or DJ Davison there. I think DJ Davison was drafted to replace Leonard Williams, but I would also like to see them start to develop Jordan Riley at that spot for the New York Giants, man. That spot next to Dexter Lawrence. Now, this trade, and I was hearing rumors the Giants were trying to trade Adoree Jackson, but didn't quite work out. It just goes to show, man, that this team really knows, Joe Shane and them really know that they're not competing this year. They're not competing this year, and they're building and stacking assets for the future. I got a lot of heat when I said this team was tanking. Now, you tell me why the Giants would not play Daniel Jones in a game against the Jets that they needed desperately to stay in the playoff hunt. No, Lou, that is Leaf. That is Leaf Diggy, and he's going to talk some basketball with me after we get done with the football segment. But Yeah, that's it, man. Why wouldn't you play Daniel Jones? Why wouldn't you play Daniel Jones in that game? And then you go around and trade Leonard Williams. Now, you may not think this is a big deal, but it's going to hurt this defense. You know, this defense that was building momentum. If you truly thought you were able to compete this year and you just bought your quarterback back that was cleared to play, apparently the game before that you needed, he's back now, and you decide to trade away a piece on your defense. This team was never trying to win this year. That first game or two, I say the first 3 games probably, or 4 games probably, told this Giants organization, told Joe Shane, Brian Dable, look, we ain't ready. When they got mopped by the Dallas Cowboys and then turned around and you know, beat Arizona and then lost to San Francisco, that told me and told everybody that they ain't trying to win. They ain't ready to win. And in the NFL, it's never good to be mediocre and not have a good draft pick, but not be good enough to get in the playoffs and make a run. Yeah, Lou, they are. There's something's up, man. Why would they magically clear Daniel Jones before a game and then, you know, and they're trying to make excuses on Twitter? I'm not buying none of that shit, man. I'm not buying any of it because that's all they do, you know. The media stirs the narrative, and they're gonna tell you, well, you know, it was just a blunder. The Giants, these guys that the Giants hire, they're just dumb, right? You tell me, people that work in a professional field for an organization as big as the Giants is, they just got a bunch of dumb people in there. Or do these people actually know what they're doing? And we're the dumb ones that can't see it or figure it out. See, me, I question everything. I'm not falling for the okie doke. They're trying to tank to get a quarterback. And if they're not bad enough for whatever reason, if they win a couple games against the Raiders, the Packers. Yeah, I said the Packers. If they win a couple games, maybe they still wind up with a top 10 pick. And maybe they use that second round pick that they just got for Leonard Williams to move up and go get whatever quarterback, or maybe it is a defensive player. Maybe it is Marvin Harrison Jr. I wouldn't be mad at it. But you got to figure out how to block the other team from getting to your quarterback, whichever route you go in the draft. And I think that's where they're headed, man. You know, I am a little surprised that they didn't make some more moves today, but as I stated, it takes 2 to tango, and the Giants are not going to give away Saquon Barkley. Some people are mad at that. Why would you give him away? So you're just going to do what a lot of teams in a lot of these teams do and make the teams you're competing against even stronger. You got the Commandos, those idiots, giving away Chase Young to the 49ers for a 3rd round pick. Not giving away Saquon Barkley. And to be honest with you, his trade value probably isn't that high. So what would have happened is, if Joe Shane listens to the fans and the Twitter GMs and he trades Saquon Barkley for a 4th round pick. People are going to be outraged because they're going to be like, why did you only get a 4th round pick for Saquon Barkley? Because that's all he's worth. He's a running back that is great, but he's off injured and he plays a position that doesn't have a lot of trade value. Well, it says they are trying to get that man injured. They want their own players. Yeah, they do. They do. And they put Daniel Jones out there. If he does re-injure his neck for whatever reason, yeah, they're in some big you know what, man. With the flippity flop. He's cleared. He's good. No, he's not. Wait a minute. Daniel Jones says he's has pain. Oh, no. Next day he's cleared. Like, what are we doing here? Oh, you cleared him. That's right. Because you don't have any more quarterbacks on your roster. And yeah, y'all, they just signed Tommy DeVito to the active roster. So he's on the roster now, not on the practice squad. And they had to let their kick punt returner that they just signed that did a halfway decent job in the game. They had to release him in order to make room for Tommy DeVito. So I don't want to hear, you know, this is coming out of nowhere. You know, they need Daniel Jones now. Tyrod Taylor's hurt. He may not be back this season. And there's no other quarterback on the roster that you're going to be able to bring in at this juncture of the season. I mean, on the street that you're going to be able to bring in at this juncture of the season to pick up your offense and be able to function. Because if you go out there and you do that BS again that you did and run Saquon Barkley damn near 40 times, you can't do that every game. So you need somebody to throw the football. So hopefully they can teach Tommy DeVito. Well, not teach him, but hopefully they can have sense enough to let the man throw the football in a game. And hopefully he can complete a forward pass. And we have some semblance of an offense. But that's if Daniel Jones isn't okay. I'm not sure he's okay, man. I think this is a weird situation. But I know why it's a weird situation, because to me it's intentional. But that's my unpopular opinion, man. What's good, Tommy? What's good, man? Appreciate you coming through. Says we went 6-1 first 7 games last year and lost more of the back end of the schedule this year. 1-6 first 7 games and possibly finished the schedule strong. We've done more with less. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the optimism, but this Giants team isn't going anywhere, man. They're not. They're not going anywhere but to the top of the draft. And I don't even know, man. I don't even, I'm not sold on drafting a quarterback either. I just think that's what they want. So, but as for the New York Jets, good win by the Jets. I mean, they did what they needed to do, but if you're a Jets fan and you're thinking that you can somehow make a run to the playoffs with Zach Wilson, you're tripping. You're tripping. You know, Zach Wilson was not great. 240, 1 touchdown. A lot of questionable decisions, but Jets defense is for real. They're legit. And if you're the Jets, man, you just gotta hope, Aaron Rodgers comes back for you next year, because at this point, let me look at the standings for a second here. Because at this point, the Jets have a lot of got a lot of competition, man, for that playoff spot. Well, right now as it stands, you got the Dolphins, Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, Jaguars. Those are all in. And then you're looking at the Steelers, Browns, Bengals, Jets, probably for the final spot. So a lot of competition there for the Jets. But they could make a run just based off their defense. Look at the Jets schedule real quick. Yeah, Jets got the Chargers, Raiders, Bills. So they got a lot of winnable games. I think they can beat the Chargers. I'm not sold on the Chargers. Definitely could beat the Raiders. They've beaten the Bills already. So the Dolphins, it may be a tough one. Falcons, definitely can beat them. Can beat the Texans. Got the Dolphins again. The Commanders appear to be tanking. And Browns and Patriots. So Jets do have a path for the playoffs. And I just want to ask that question. Can the Jets make the playoffs? Can the Jets make the playoffs? And if they make the playoffs, is Aaron Rodgers going to mysteriously come back with this wonder drug he's taking to recover from his his injuries?
He taking some type of dope. I don't know what it is. And pardon the lingo. I'm underneath a train station, so I gotta mute every few minutes. So no, the Jets are not making the playoffs. We know that. What requires them to make the playoffs is going to require Buffalo to fall off, Miami to fall off, and that's just not happening. They're going to be 1-2 in that division, and the Jets are going to need to do something drastically incredible for the rest of the season. They did get some good wins and did have a good first half of the season, but the New York Jets historically is a very, very not so good second half team. And it's plenty of instances of that. I got family members. I got my dad that's a Jets fan. I don't think he's too excited about the win that they just got against y'all. So if I had to say put my money on it, no, hell no. The Jets is not making the playoffs.
Right now they got Cleveland
lost
ahead of them, and they got to play Cleveland, and they got the Bengals right there tied with them.
That's a loss.
They also got the Steelers ahead of them as well. So it's gonna be a tough road for the Jets. The Jets fans were celebrating, beating the Giants. And I told them they won the Snoopy Bowl, not the Super Bowl. So we'll see what
that's a good name for it, the Snoopy Bowl.
Yeah, that's what they call it. That's what they call it. NFL Reality Check. What's good? What's up, man? What's good, man? What's popping, man? Appreciate you Appreciate you joining. I don't have access to my camera right now, but we're just gonna have to do this podcast style. Tommy says have to have heart to turn it around. And we can't say there's a player on the team that holds everyone accountable and bring the dog out of everyone every play. Unfortunately, we don't have that player. I think Thibodeau is starting to become that player, but not yet. Not yet. I think he is on the way. His trajectory is going upwards. So, but not quite there. He's got to get a little more NFL experience under him. So yeah, we definitely need that vet. I can definitely agree with you on that point, Tommy. Well, says Dan Orlovsky thought Zach Wilson had a brilliant. Yeah, because Dan Orlovsky is the same guy that ran out the back of the end zone. Goofy ass.
Hey, is that Dan Orlovsky that used to play for the Lions and he's on ESPN?
Ran out the back of the end zone.
Ran out the back of the end zone. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I remember.
He got the nerve to talk about quarterbacks. One of the worst quarterbacks
he's
in
a
NFL.
Nut. He's a nut.
NFL history.
He's a nut. He was a backup for the Lions, bro. Like
right. So appreciate you, man. But yeah, I definitely don't think the Jets is gonna be able to well, I'm not gonna say I don't think so. I just think it's a tough road. It's a tough road for them. And when you don't have that quarterback, because let's be honest, the Jets should have lost that game if the Giants weren't trying to tank. I'm gonna keep saying it because they don't like that word. When you say tank in the in the NFL, boy, NFL, they don't do that. They don't tank, man. That's not what football players do. Yeah, but the owners do.
And at the end of the day, the owners basically if they come down on the field and they see they running backs or their quarterbacks going crazy in the first half against a team that they're less than, they're gonna go downstairs and they're gonna tell the coach and the coaching staff and the play calling, yo, we're trying to get such and such in the draft. Take these dudes out of the game. Do something.
Yeah. Get them out of there. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or their IR player or keep a player that's healthy and say, oh, nope, he's out. I'm gonna rule this guy out before he gets tested to see if he's cleared to play or not. I'm just gonna rule him out. We don't need it. Nope. I know you're testing him Sunday, but we're gonna rule him out right now.
That's definitely the case. I think the business side of tanking, so to speak, is kind of getting in the way of teams. Basically kind of being teams. Like, listen, once you violate the main concept of sport, like, then now players and guys that are drafted or on there, they're not going to take you seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, for sure, man. What's good, Raphael? Appreciate you stopping by.
Hello there. Hello. So I just I just falling asleep right now, but right now I'm just doing with some editings and the work right now. But I think that this week between Giants versus Raiders, I mean it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. But I guess, between for the Jets right now, I mean the offense is definitely a brunch right now, but I mean they're still so flat and so quiet right now, but they just agreed some action for the online, which is Roger Stafford. I mean, they have been like really excited for the trade line, but they're really underrated.
Levant's 32. Woo. Cold out there, boy. It was definitely my bad, Rafi. It was definitely cold, man. Definitely cold out there. windy and rainy out there in MetLife when we were out there this weekend. So yeah, trick or treat, man. Yeah, we got a trick and a treat.
Hey, salute to you, Wills. And yeah, Laban, it's just 33 degrees outside because it's been like a cold because right now in the North Carolina there is a freezing advisory. But yeah, but when it comes to the morning, it starts to feel cold. But at the evening and the night is getting more cold than that. But between for the Jets right now, I mean, they have more impact plays and the raw game because Jefferson has been exactly as good at the round the game because it's average step of tackle, which is 3%. But after losing Elwood to the torn ankles, I mean, they could increase the Jefferson snap to the come, and he was playing for over like half of the Jets snap this year. Then they can choose to allow for the snaps in better ways. And I mean, when it comes to Sheldon Watkins in 2022, they just missed 2 games. I mean, for the Jets, I mean, they're gonna have like an X factor for those last games, and perhaps they had lost in the shuffle defensive line, but
Hold on.
they have
Well,
the
I had to check a couple kids before being disrespectful. Yeah, man. I feel you, bro. Like, well, like, because I know when I was a kid, man, kids they used to get eggs, and they would get eggs, man. They were egg houses, man. They would go around, man. Cartons of eggs and just egg people's houses, man. And
yeah, I remember that.
I remember a couple of kids, man.
Yeah, I remember about this Halloween days because when it comes to October 31, and I was like young, and of course when I was living in South America, we just have like a different like a trick or treat, but instead of the candies, we just stayed like at a candy, like cookies and everything. We just had like a celebrate the party with the costumes. And when I was a little kid, that's just like a fun fact because when I was like 8 years old, I was dressed up like Bam Bam from the Flintstones, and that was so crazy about it. That was so crazy.
All right. Tommy says quickly making some good threes tonight. So let me check in. Knicks right now, 96-78 over the Cavs. They just seem to have the Cavs number. But if I'm looking correctly, oh yeah, Mitchell has 26. Nobody else really doing anything for the Cavs outside of Donovan Mitchell. Doesn't look like Garland is playing, so I'm sure that's probably hurting the Cavs. Cavs shooting 38%. Oosh, not good. But
yeah, I mean that happened. I mean that happened.
But check it out, man. So I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm going to hang on, Raphael. Hang on. Let me leave the show, bro. Let me host. Let me do this real quick. Shout out, man. Wells. That was a dope video, man, by your wife, man. That was really nice. I appreciate that, man. That little clip that she made for us. So I mean, we had fun, man. We had a good time. It was a good experience, a nice weekend, a very interesting card game transpired. Of course, man. Shout out to Alex, Big Blue in the Bronx, his brother Luca. They came through, man. Showed some love as well. That's my guy, man. Alex, man. And go sub up to everybody in the Big Blue Crew. I got all the links in the description of the video. You can just go to the description of the video and click on the links, man. Take you to everyone's channel. Of course, we're we're working on getting some more channels going on, you know, some more people getting their own channels. So just stay tuned, keep it locked with the whole crew, man. Of course, keep it locked here with me, myself. I'm Popular Opinion Sportsman and Heart of the City. Coach, I don't know what Coach is right now. I'll reach out to him. But all right. So let's do this. All right. So Yankees, New York Yankees, rumored to be in the hunt for Juan Soto. And so are the Mets too, by the way. But Juan Soto. I'm just looking up his last year's statistics. 35 home runs, 275 batting average. Of course, he is a left-handed batter, and the Yankees do need left-handed bats, but a left-handed power bat. But at the same time, why is this team repeating the same mistakes? Are we really going to sign a whole another $300 million player or whatever this guy's asking for, whatever type of contract he's demanding? Are we really going to do that as Yankee fans, as an organization that can't seemingly return to prominence? You're constantly looking up at the Rays and the Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles now, the Astros. You know, so I don't know if that's the right move. I mean, Juan Soto is good. He's a damn good player. Don't get it twisted. You know, don't get it twisted. He's only 25 years old, but I don't know if that's the right move. And I think that the Yankees and a lot of these teams in New York, man, why can't we just draft well anymore? Why is it always got to be, oh, let's sign this guy, sign that guy. And then at the end of it, that, you know, it ends up being, you know, you're on the hook for a contract and you have an underperforming player. That's usually how these things wind up. At some point, if you just keep dishing out money and not winning championships, when do you get held accountable? Because it's seemingly now that, you know, Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman, they're not getting it done. But yet this organization keeps running it back with these guys. They keep running it back over and over and over and over again. The Yankees are one of these organizations that don't like a lot of change at the top. They'll ship players in and out, but management, it's more the same. And when you have the philosophy that they have where they just dish out money, but don't get no results. Aaron Judge, Garrett Cole, John Carlos Stanton. All contracts, worth $300 million. Nothing to show for it. So you're gonna go out and get another guy?
Wow. Talking about for the
I don't know what Juan Soto's contract is going to be worth.
Yeah.
Trying to see what kind of contract he might come but I don't know, man. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. If I'm the Yankees, I'm not trying to do that if I'm the Yankees. To be honest with you, they need to learn how to draft, man. They need to learn how to draft and get something out of their farm system, man. They're not getting anything right now. What young players that the Yankees have that is really gonna be like that's really about anything, man. I mean, okay, you had Gleyber Torres. He was okay, fell off, and then had a decent year last year, but nothing special. Of course, Aaron Judge came through the farm system, but outside of that, who do you have? I don't really have anybody. And it says this guy could be looking at 12 years, the $480 million. Are you kidding me? And then you got Ohtani that's looking at $500 million. Oh man, what's good, Bookends? What's good, man? Appreciate you coming by, man. Appreciate you stopping by. But this right here, man. The Yankees, I'm not doing it, man. I'm not. They just gotta suck it up, man. Pause and rebuild, and just rebuild this team, man. A lot of these teams, man, they're fooling themselves. That's the same situation that the New York Giants is in. Just fooling themselves into thinking that they could compete. That's what's up, Wells. That's what's up, man. What's the sample? That's what's up, man. That was fire, man. For real. That was a fire intro.
All right. So speaking about for the New York Yankees, and I know that I'm a Yankee fan, it really sucked. But I just saw one player that it could be like a change of for fuels to break. I mean, they just saw like a mini Jared Gold. I mean, his name is Drew Torp. I mean, he's a 23-year-old righty. He led it out for the minor league with 186 strikeouts out of the season at the Hyatt, Hudson Valley, and Double-A Summersmith. But I mean, he was such a good command with it, and he's just like a horizontal movement off the fastball because I just saw it that year, and he threw it all the way out for the Double-A. But the question is, what would happen if they're gonna put a mini Jared Cole at the lineup of the Yankees? Because I know they're struggling about the offense, the defense, batting.
What? Hold on. What's his name?
The name is Drew Torp. He looks like Garrett Cole, but his name is Drew Torp. He's a prospect.
Okay. Okay. I never heard of him, but right now, Knicks 106, Cavs 88. Knicks firmly in control of this game. But Drew, Thorpe?
Drew Torp, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so potential pitcher right there. Appreciate that information, Raphael.
Yep.
But let's do this. Let's look at
All
these
right.
NFL trades. There was a few outside of Josh Dobbs on the move, of course, getting traded to the Vikings. Look at Commanders trading Chase Young. See, the Commanders, this is the thing right now with these trades. You see teams like Philly with Kevin Byard. Of course, San Francisco going out getting Chase Young. I don't know what the Bears are doing. Detroit seems like they're standing pat. And, of course, Seattle going and getting Leonard Williams from us. So you're kind of seeing a race at the top right now in the NFL. Now, for the teams that were sellers, you're seeing a race to the bottom to try to get one of these quarterbacks coming out, I believe, in this draft. Now, the Commanders, they could possibly move on from Sam Howell. I don't think he's been bad, but I don't think he's a franchise quarterback either. I think he's probably a solid backup, kind of like a Taylor Heineke, Tyrod Taylor probably type of player. But the Vikings, Giants, Cardinals, Bears, maybe even. They all look like they're trying to go after one of these quarterbacks, whether it be Caleb Williams or Drake May or Penix or McCarthy or whoever. And honestly, it's pretty much draft season right now for those teams. And unfortunately, the New York Giants fall in that category. So we're going to entertain a little bit of this here because I like to be a forward thinker and kind of peek into the future a little bit if we can. So the New York Giants now having 7 picks. 7 picks in this upcoming draft. They have 2 seconds. They have a first, 2 seconds, first 2 seconds, a third, 4th, 5th, and I think 3/7. So the Giants right now are in position if they want to make some moves in the draft. Now, who could those players be? Marvin Harrison Jr., top wide receiver in this draft right now. Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver, Ohio State. Fantastic player. Excellent catch radius, speed, short area quickness. I mean, he's got all the tools right now to be the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, if not for the quarterbacks. Caleb Williams, I'm not a big Caleb Williams fan, but I'm also not going to sit here and call Caleb Williams a scrub. He has talent, he has to go to the right situation, of course, like most of these players do, to maximize his skill set. And then you have this offensive tackle, I'm bad with names, y'all. So it is pronounced Fashanu. O tackle from Penn State. That's the guy I think the Giants need to be looking at. Because Mr. Evan Neal, he's definitely not getting it done. Definitely not getting it done. Breezy, what's good? What's good? Appreciate you coming through. What I'm going to do here, since the Knicks Cav game is over, I will get into the basketball discussion. Because right now it just ended 109-91. So let me finish this up. Just want to look at this draft because right now we're in draft season, y'all. I know people don't like it. They think the Giants are going to go on a run. They think the Jets are going to the Super Bowl. But I'm telling you right now, y'all need to be looking at this draft. Got Brock Bowers, tight end from Georgia. Drake May, of course, quarterback, North Carolina. I have a couple other tackles. J.C. Latham from Alabama. Joe Alt from Notre Dame. But I'm looking at the tackles, the offensive tackles. From the Giants. They gotta keep getting this line taken care of. Now, what the Giants are gonna do is they're gonna take a quarterback. So me versus what I'll do versus what the Giants are gonna do. So if you're the Giants, what quarterback would you be looking at? Caleb Williams, Drake May, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy. Sanders is going back to college from everything I'm hearing. Sador Sanders from Colorado. So I don't think he's going to be available. That's the player I would pick if I'm taking one of these quarterbacks. Talking to my brother Pat. Might want to look at J.J. McCarthy or Michael Penix. So what we're both saying is we don't think Caleb Williams or Drake May is a good fit for the New York Giants. But those are the projected top two quarterbacks that are going to be coming out in this coming draft. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Let's get into some basketball conversation, man. Breezy, links in the chat. I'm gonna throw it in there one more again. If y'all want to talk, I don't know where Leaf went. But we can get into some Nets conversations.
Hey, sorry to interrupt you, but I'm going to make the dinner right now. And I just wanted to say much love, respect to everybody else. Salute from my Capitan Rafael, and of course, I think I might have to do a special live Thursday evening to talk about Raiders versus Giants, and right now it's gonna be on my YouTube channel, Rafael Chesson. So have a good one, folks.
All right, Rafi, man. You have a good one, man.
Have a good one.
Take it easy. All right. So, yeah, Bookends says, go Dogs, Brock Bowers a beast. Hope Philly doesn't grab him yet. I hope so, too, man. They just keep making this Philly and San Francisco stronger and stronger, man. It's going to be tough, man, to beat those teams this year. Both making moves. Brock Bowers. That's the tight end. That's right. Tight end from Georgia. Yeah. I personally, man, I think they should look at an edge rusher, man. I mean, hey, look. The thing is, Chase Young and Montez Sweat got traded today, right? Sweat went to the Bears. Chase Young went to the 49ers. They're still going to be free agents because they were both on expiring contracts. I throw one of them dudes a bag, for real. I want an edge rusher with some experience to go along Kayvon Thibodeau, beside Kayvon Thibodeau. I think the Giants need a little more experience on that line. You got your young dog in KT. You know, you got some young pieces in McFadden and on the inside linebacker. You know, let's get. You know, you're gonna have a young piece at nose beside Dexter Lawrence now. You know, probably DJ Davidson or Jordan Riley. Go get a veteran. Go get a veteran on the opposite end of Kayvon Thibodeau, and let's roll. Let's get this. Let's get this defense to elite status. I hated seeing Leonard Williams go. I did, but definitely like the trade and use that second round pick to go get you and keep stacking this team. Keep bringing in rotational pieces to this team. But from the edge position, I want to see the Giants go get a veteran, go out there, get Montez Sweat or Josh Allen from the Raiders. I mean, not the Raiders, the Jaguars. And let's get this defense dominant. You know, you got a good young secondary. People wanted to see Adoree Jackson get traded. Didn't happen. Wanted to see McKinney get traded. Didn't happen. Oh, well, they'll probably be gone next year. But now you got picks. Joe Shane definitely staying on top of it as far as being a GM for the New York Giants, man, making smart, calculated moves. I'm not mad at Joe Shane. He's made some blunders. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not mad at Joe Shane. I'm ticked off at this Giants coaching staff for one, and the organization and what they're doing and how they're, you know, keeping under wraps. Of course, they're not going to come out and say, "Hey, look, we're tanking. We're mailing it in. We're trying to get a draft pick." They're not going to say that. Why would they? This is a business. You know, that's like you going into the restaurant and they saying, "Well, we cook our food halfway," you know, but it is what it is. What? That's basically what John Mara coming out and saying, or somebody in the Giants organization coming out and saying, we're playing for a draft pick. So they're not going to say that. But you got to read clues, and you got to be an open-minded person and a critical thinker. And that's what they're doing. Bookend says, our dogs keep getting hurt. Yeah, Georgia, man. I don't know, man. Georgia. I can't say nothing bad about Georgia. Let me put it like that, because they have some beast on that team for real. Every single year, man. Every year. They looking strong again this year. Can't say no to a second and a fifth. Yeah, you can't. But we can't act like this is not going to be a significant loss to this Giants defense too. A defense that had momentum. That's what pisses me off, man. That's the only thing that pisses me off about this trade right here. Like, I felt like you know, well, then again, you probably wouldn't have been able to get a second without him coming in and really showing that he's back to form. So it's just the timing sucks. It stinks because the defense is really starting to come along. They're really starting to gel. And not saying it's going to be like a complete setback, but I could definitely see the defense taking a little bit of a setback here, particularly in the running game. I'll say that. The thing about Wink Martindale is he usually has good pass defenses. Teams don't pass on the Giants. Remember, y'all, the teams will come in here and just like to light the Giants up, 350 yards, 4 touchdowns, yada yada. They're not doing all that in these games. What they're doing is particularly besides shutting down the offense, which is non-existent for the Giants right now. What they're doing on defense is they're able to get ahead of the sticks by running the football. And then, they get these little dink and dunk passes off and they get yak because the Giants, still struggle to tackle from time to time. So that's what's going on with the defense. But, so you're going to have, it's going to players like Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence keep your linebackers clean, basically. And what that means is it allows them to, hit those gaps and make those tackles. But now you're gonna suffer in the run game a little bit, man. And McFadden, Bobby O, they're gonna have to make those open field tackles now, because the defensive line may not be getting that much of a push, in the run game, particularly with Leonard Williams not being it. But DJ Davidson is Ashawn Robinson's a veteran. So we'll see. I don't know if it's going to be that big of a deal, but I could definitely see it being a deal in the run game, particularly. Syracuse Orange loses 4 in a row, hosts a very good Boston College team Friday night, 7:30 ESPN2. Hopefully they can snap their 4-game losing streak. It's going to be very tough, though. Yeah. Syracuse is struggling. Struggling right now. Coach was here. We do Coach's Corner, but I'm going to cut this show a little bit short. Like I said, I've been on the road all night. You know what I'm saying? Last night, today, I had to do some running around too and work. So not a lot of rest here, but I appreciate that update, Levance. I'm going to look into Syracuse here in a little bit, but looking says, I'm a dog fan. Went through many years though, tough years though. Yeah. You go through the tough, and then you come out strong on the back end, and I think that's what the Giants are going to be doing. I think the Giants team, they're going to be good in a few years. So we just got to hang. We got to hang tight. We definitely got to hang tight. Wells, appreciate you. Like I said, man, it was an honor to finally meet you too, bro. Big Blue Krew for life. You already know what it is. Good night, man. Get yourself some rest. Tell the missus I said what's up, man. Peace and love to both of y'all, man. 2 excellent, wonderful people. Wells and his wife. Like I said, gracious host to everyone. I didn't get to go to their place, but they came over where we were, the Airbnb, and came out to the game, showed love, chipped in, bought food, chairs, tables. We got to get you another table, Wells. Let me know what we owe you on that one, bro. Had a little incident with the table, got burned. Oh man, that was my fault though. But definitely, man, they were good sports. But let's get into the Brooklyn Nets here a little bit, man. Breezy, if you wanna leave, wanna want to jump on and talk some basketball with me, I would appreciate that because they were going to trace on the count. All right, man. Yeah. Brooklyn Nets, man. Brooklyn Nets beat the Hornets 133 to 121. Like Leaf said earlier, Cam Thomas, 33 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 38 minutes. Finally in the starting lineup, man. What I've been saying, put the man in the starting lineup. Of course, Claxton did not play, which allowed Ben Simmons to slide into the starting lineup as well, along with Dorian Finney-Smith. That lineup played well. You could see the spacing was different, much better. This Nets team still trying to figure its way out. You know, they're still growing, they're still learning each other, but Cam Thomas is the bright spot right now. And I have to give credit to my bro Breezy for that because he's seen it the whole time. You know, he's seen it, man, 2 years now. Since he came into the league, you know, that Cam Thomas was gonna be one of those cats, man. Scoring 33 points a game right now. That should be at or near the top of the league, I believe. Of course, he's got to work on his defense, but you know, you gotta love the kid's effort, man, and his aggressiveness as far as attacking the basket. Because the Nets need a dog. They need a player that's willing to take control. See, in the NBA, you have to have a closer. You have to have somebody that in those final minutes or when you need a bucket, you can get that player the ball and they can make a play, make something happen, whether it be a foul or, you know, an assist to another player. Reels, what's good, bro? Sorry I didn't get the link with you, but I'm gonna give you a call. Try to link up with you this weekend. Maybe we could chill out this weekend or whatever. Just been a busy weekend, a busy week. You know, I had some business I had to get tend to when I got back, of course, and but most definitely MetLife burnt BBK MetLife burnt table. Oh man, yeah, Jeff would be excited, man, for this Nets team. He really would, man. And shout out to Mac, the Giants fan, who made those t-shirts for us to honor Jeffy T85, man. That was dope. Definitely appreciate that from Mac. You know, Mac's a good dude, man. Good brother, man, with a good heart. That was dope, man. You know, and we were all out there rocking them, you know, all of us. So I know Jeff would appreciate that. He would be looking down, smiling upon us right now. So that was dope, man. I appreciate that, man. But back to the Nets. The Nets, Cam Thomas, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Let me change the banner. All right. But Cam Thomas would be Cam Thomas attacking the basket, man. I mean, Kid's got some toughness, man. He's got some guts, man. You know, I give it to him. I definitely give it to him. Now, I'm not sure don't know if Breezy's in the chat. If you are Breezy, was that a play-in tournament game versus the Hornets? Because I'm trying to figure out when this play-in tournament shit starts. Like how the hell does that work? Because I thought they said that was a play-in game, in season. My bad, not play-in, in season tournament, game. Yeah, I don't know, but Ben Simmons a little bit better. Still not. I think he's, of course, still not. I don't think back to where he was or where he should be, but much better performance. Let's see, Ben Simmons almost had a triple-double, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 11 points. But his job is to run the show as the point guard, de facto point guard, because when Cam Thomas is in the game, Ben Simmons has to be point. They went with a little bit of a short guard lineup with Dinwiddie in there, but Lonnie Walker is definitely a player that should be getting more playing time. I don't know what took them so long to start playing this guy. Some of these coaches with these decisions, we all know about these coaching decisions. Some of these coaches with these decisions, it's strange to say the least. But yeah, I'm gonna probably end this thing a little bit early, y'all. I don't normally do this show without a co-host because it's too much to cover. Because I can't watch 10 sports teams at one time. We're to keep up with most of it, but you know how it is. Like, got Nets, Knicks, Jets, Giants, Yankees, Rangers, Mets, Devils, Islanders. Let's check in on the hockey teams real quick. The Rangers are looking good, though. I will say that. You know, I'm a Rangers fan, so I do keep up with my Rangers. They've been hot right now. Right now, where we at? 7-2, 14 points, top of the division. That's what I'm talking about. Devils 5-2, Islanders. Devils 5-2-1, Islanders 4-2-2. So all three teams right there towards the top of the division. As for the conference, the Boston Bruins leading the league right now, 8-0-1. Rangers, Detroit, Canadiens, Hurricanes, Devils, Maple Leafs, Lightning, Islanders. So good start to the league year for the hockey teams right now, especially my Rangers. So let's see, how many saves does my man Igor got? Saves. Goaltending. There we go. Igor. Save percentage 90%. 162 saves, so he's doing really well. 5-2 on a year. Rangers looking good. We're gonna get more into hockey, y'all. I promise you that. Because my goal here is to make sure we cover everything as much as we can. Coach couldn't make it tonight, but hope all is well with him. We'll be back at it next week, of course. A little bit of a week with the travel, a little bit of a different week with the travel, us being out there, MetLife, of course, with the block party with the big Blue Krew and everything. But we will be back on schedule here pretty soon. I mean, I should say routine. But I did want to talk about the Nets a little bit because what we seen, James Harden trade. James Harden, of course, being traded to the Clippers. Throw that up there. James Harden traded to the Clippers. Of course. That's where he wanted to go. Finally gets his way. And you have to ask yourself now, did the Nets lose the James Harden trade? Did the Nets lose the James Harden trade? Because right now we still got Ben Simmons. He's starting. He played 35 minutes for the Nets. James Harden's playing for the Clippers now. And, you know, they give up Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, KJ Martin, a 2028 first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and a 2029 pick swap, and an additional first-round pick from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Quite the haul for Philadelphia. And you have to ask yourself now, did that trade look so? It looks so silly at first, but James Harden was never going to get Philly over the top. He's just not that type of player, y'all. Some players in this league, in these leagues, they just ain't built that way. James Harden ain't built that way. James Harden's no championship type of player. He's the player on your team that's going to hold you back. Is James Harden talented? Of course. He has talent. You know? But does hard work beat talent? A lot of times it does. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you don't work hard and you're lazy and you got the fat suit out, whatever they were saying, you ain't, what good are you? You know what I'm saying? If you're not maximizing your skill set, that's James Harden, a player that's you're not going to get a lot out of, despite the fact that he has the potential to. You know, I would never question James Harden's talent. You know, he can shoot, dribble. I don't like his game. I don't like the way he plays basketball. I don't like the chuck and duck, dribble the shot clock out. I don't like that type of basketball. But you know, he's talented. What is the Clippers looking at now, right? You got Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. If that ain't the most dysfunctional roster as far as guys that don't play well together or don't play well with other stars, guys that haven't won at the highest, except Kawhi Leonard. But Kawhi Leonard's never on the court. Him and Paul George. Man. Still got Joel Embiid rumors. Now, what are they going to do with him? Clippers kept Terrence Mann. I think that was the chip they probably should have tried to get, but at the end of the day, it's really about the picks. To get the 2 picks, they had to give up picks to get them. It's a nasty roster by the Clippers, man. I ain't feeling that team, man. Most definitely not, man. What does that mean for the Knicks and Nets, though? For the Knicks, possibly a Joel Embiid trade. Mm-hmm. Do they look to move Embiid now if things don't work out? Does it make the Clippers a better team? I don't know. But that's going to be a wrap, man, for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all coming through. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified anytime I'm on here, anytime I go live. So, and definitely check out the entire Big Blue Crew, Big Pat Sports Talk, G Nation Inside Sports, Classified 3F with Joe, Mac the Giants fan, Adam Costas, Big Blue in the Bronx, Hit Squad Productions, Zion Zenith, Coach Ed, everybody in the crew. But till next Tuesday, I'll see y'all Sunday. Giants conversation, 11:45. Giants taking on the Raiders. I'm gonna try to bring out, get some content out there, man. A quick preview of that game since we had a little bit of a short show, a little bit of a rush show tonight. But I'm gonna always bring the content each and every week. So stay tuned, man. But till next time, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do what we do, man, and say peace.